Okay, so part three. Robert Hooke. He is considered a European. He's one of the last guys that we're going to talk about. You will hear him come up for the next couple years of school. He's very important. Robert Hooke took Leeuwenhoek's microscope, made it a little bit better, and studied different things under it. And was the first thing that he looked at was cork. Now, CORK, cork. Cork actually comes from a tree, like it's bark out of a cork tree. He took a piece of this tree, which we know trees are a living thing. He took a piece of this tree, this cork, and he put it under his microscope. And what he saw was what would look like a big chart of like graph paper, just a bunch of lines and empty holes. He thought it looked like jail cells. If you were to stand in a jail and look up, it'd be empty jail cells, though. It would be like if there were no prisoners there and all the doors were open. It's still a bunch of rooms all stacked on top of each other, all empty. What he was actually, that's why he calls it a cell, by the way, because they looked like cells. What he was actually seeing was dead cells because he took it from a tree. As soon as he removed it from the tree and went from living cells to dead cells, just like, you know, when a leaf falls off a tree, that leaf was alive when it was attached to its water source. And when the leaf falls off of the tree, it dies. It's now dead. The cells are still there, but they're empty because they're not alive anymore. So what he thought he was looking at was alive living cells. He named it cell because of what it looked like. But what he was actually looking at was empty cells because they were dead. But that's where the word cell comes from. He was looking at living things. He was looking at a specimen of a living thing with all these cells. Now, you are going to find out a lot more about Mr. Robert Hooke, so don't forget his name as the years go on, this year and in the coming years. So just remember, he took the original microscope, made it better, and was the first one to look at a cell and named it a cell. He loved drawing pictures, so we've got lots of diagrams of his work, of what his machines look like, what his microscopes look like, and what he felt like he saw under the microscope. He couldn't look at a cell and like take a picture of it. We can take a picture of what we see now. He couldn't do that, so he had to draw what he saw. And so coming up in the next couple days, we're going to learn about what is in a cell and what he was actually looking at.